Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, episode 115. It's been a week for us. We just got back from Extra Life, and there's a lot of news to cover. So let's jump on into the show because we're going to be talking a bunch of news and more. All of that and more. Well, greetings, fellow Nintendo pals. My name is Andros, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Nintendo Pals Podcast, the show all about Nintendo and friendship. And I am missing my partner in crime, the second in command, Micah. And that is because he's not here. He's gone. But that's okay. The show must go on. And so we're trying out. I'm trying out. I say we. It is me. I am here trying a solo cast for the first time ever for our main show. I've done this before for a post show. I don't know if we ever actually uploaded that, but hey, we'll see how this goes. But I am not quite alone because I have with me in the bottom corner, if you're watching the video version of this podcast, we have the chat. We have people in chat. Yes, solo cast hype, says Monkey Thunder in the chat. Yeah, it's not truly solo because all my pals are here in the chat. And appreciate everybody who tunes in for our live streams of these episodes. And so to fill the space, the void that Micah has left, I'm going to be using the window he is typically in for the video version of the podcast to show visual aids for the news and things that we're working on. So all of that housekeeping stuff aside, let's jump into some more housekeeping because guess what we are doing tonight? The same thing we try and do each and every night, every day, all the time, and that is try to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts. And we do that through 5-star reviews. So we ask of everybody listening to leave us a 5-star review on your podcast listening app of choice. You can do that on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Spotify, and Audible. All of those places let you leave 5-star reviews. And you could be like Tyler, the LOL boy, who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It says, "You are good pals. I've just found time to listen to your podcast, and I love it. You guys are so calm and collected, unlike our show. LOL." Variant character for Tyler, that the LOL boy. Tyler is a co-host on the fantastic Off the Wah podcast. So if you're a fan of Waluigi and chaos in all things Nintendo, that's the show for you. We have a bit of that here. I think I'd say there's a bit of that chaos here, that chaotic energy, but nothing quite beats Off the Wah for that, I think. Anyways, thank you so much for the 5-star review, Tyler, the LOL boy. If you want to get a shout out at the start of the show, anybody listening wants to get a shout out on the show, leave us a 5-star review. It helps us out immensely. It helps people find our show. We are at 60 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, making us one of the top reviewed Nintendo podcasts, which is very cool. I mean, we're getting up there with a lot of big names, and that is super, super cool. Very, very cool to see how much our show has grown. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about with 5-star reviews. So why don't we jump into the first segment of our show and talk what you playing? Alrighty, me. What have you been playing lately? Oh, funny you should ask that, me. All right, I've been playing a lot of Spelunky 2. because I am now trying to 100% the game. I've hit the point where it's possible. I just need to do a couple of achievements. Well, one of those achievements is to unlock the secret ending, and it's difficult. It's very difficult to do. There's a series of things you got to do. Uh, you have to find the secrets on every level segment, which is every 4 levels. You change like biomes. There's like a secret in each of those you have to collect that build on top of each other so that you can unlock a secret final boss. I have had some very good runs, but most of them end in tragedy. So that's just how it's gone for me. But what else have I been playing? Well, Extra Life, we played a lot of games. I guess I completely blew past this. Why is Micah not here? Why is the podcast late? What's happening? Panic, panic. This last weekend we did Extra Life in New York, which is an in-person event hosted by Phoenix Overdrive, the Phoenix Overdrive team, which includes our buddies in lots of different podcast spaces. You got the Snack Network, you got Sean Capri. There's a triforce of gaming podcasts. There's a whole bunch of podcasters that participate in this. We were invited to come out, and we went to that event. Micah flew out from where he's at. I flew out from where I'm at, and we met up there in New York, and then we did an all-day stream. We streamed for 12 hours playing games and raising money for children's hospitals, which is super cool. We hit our goal of 500. I am blown away and amazed that we raised that much money. But even more amazing and blown away by the fact that the Phoenix Overdrive team currently sitting at over $30,000 raised between all of the people there. And that is just amazing. But in addition to that, the Nintendo dads were out at this event. And so we got to meet the Nintendo dads in person. So for those watching the video version of the podcast, we have a picture of the meetup we did right out front of the Nintendo store in New York City. First time ever going to the Nintendo New York store. It was super fun. So this is not really a what you playing, but more of a what did I buy? I bought a lot of stuff. I was very excited. I spent nearly 2 hours in the store. So we had a meetup there from 10 to noon that the Nintendo dads hosted. That they called DadCon. And unfortunately, I spent like the entire time in the store. I had a budget that I came in with. It was like I have to spend. I have to. It was birthday present money, so I had to spend it on that, or I lose it. Those were the conditions that were set by some of the people that had given me birthday money. So I went and I got a bunch of stuff. I checked out, and I was only halfway. I was like, well, shoot. I guess I'll go back through the store again. And I got all the things that I was like, maybe. So I really went on like a shopping spree here. I got a whole bunch of t-shirts. I picked up the N64 controller and the SNES controller. So those controllers that are exclusive to Nintendo Switch Online, they have their physical in person that I was able to just purchase. I got him here on camera for those watching the video version. These are so cool. They're so cool. I'm very glad I bought them. The N64 controller works. I mean, they work with other games. They don't have to be used for NSO. I found it weird though. They do like card you when you buy these. Not really card you. They ask to see proof that you have a Nintendo Switch Online account, like an active Nintendo Switch Online membership, in order to purchase these. Maybe that's to limit like people coming in and just buying them for resale, which is fair, makes sense. So they limit one per account. I couldn't get logged into my account. We switched phones recently, and so I wasn't auto logged in. I couldn't remember my password. Luckily, Micah was there, and he was logged in. He was able to prove, yes, I have a Nintendo Switch Online account, and I made the purchase through there. I bought him a T-shirt, as as a thank you. Uh, I got the coolest. Like here's one of the shirts I'm wearing right now. It's says where everyone comes to play. Nintendo New York has a nice like silhouette of Bowser, like a cool stamp. Um, I got some Zelda t-shirts. I got the Pikmin t-shirt that Miyamoto wore in the latest Pikmin announcement. I was like, I have to get that. I could wear it with like a blazer and pretend that I am Miyamoto. And then I picked up some plushies for my kids. We got a Wario and Waluigi and a Kirby plushie. And where I'm going with this, I'm tying this back to what you plan. I bought It Takes Two, the physical version of that, for the Nintendo Switch. And let me tell you guys, It Takes Two is great. I am loving it so far. I knew it was going to be good because it was up for Game of the Year. It has received nothing but praise. But I'll admit I was a little worried getting it on the Nintendo Switch because I had heard that maybe the port wasn't as good. But let me tell you something. If you haven't played the other ones, you don't have anything to compare it to. So to me, it runs great. Like I think it runs really well. I'm amazed that it can do split screen 3D platforming to the level of accuracy that it does. And my Switch doesn't, just like light on fire. It's really fun. It's really fun. So my wife and I are playing through that together right now. The game is very well made. The platforming's super fun. The voice acting is really good. I highly, highly recommend It Takes Two. It's available on every platform now. I think it's on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and I believe PC as well. So wherever you want to buy it and play it, I recommend it. We played it literally like the commercials for the Nintendo Switch on a plane with it propped up on the little tray. We were playing 2-player split screen on the OLED, which the OLED screen is so great. It's so great for travel. I was just really appreciative that I picked up an OLED Switch for this trip, especially because playing on the go, it's so much better. It's so much better than a standard Switch. So here's some of the games we played for Extra Life. We played Spelunky, Hunter versus Speedrunner, where each of us took turns being hunted by the other, trying to complete as much of the game as possible. Neither of us got super far. Although no, Micah made it to what's his name? Olmec, the midway boss. And then something unfortunate happened and he died. It wasn't me that caused it. So that was pretty cool. We played. Now I've got to like think back to everything we played. So we streamed for 12 hours for this event, which we were only there for half of the event. Most everybody else there was for 24 hours, and yeah, we stayed for half. It was like that would have been crazy to do a 24-hour stream again after we had done one. I mean, it's not been that long. I still feel like I'm recovering from the last one. It's a lot of fun to stream for a super long time, but with no sleep, it's rough. We played Metroid Dread PAL%. Micah was blindfolded and I had to guide him. That was stressful for both of us. I'm really glad Micah knows that game as well as he does. But there were rooms that he was misremembering the shape of, and then my instructions were very bad. So we struggled. We ended getting past the first Emmy, not the intro Emmy, but the first like real Emmy with an Emmy room that you have to run away from. Because technically there's one before that's like kind of broken that you beat up, but that's like sort of part of the tutorial, if that makes any sense. And we did a lot of Mario speedrunning, Mario Hour practice, because we have a race coming up with our buddy and speedrunner Cosmic. That is 2 weeks from the day that that I am recording this episode of Nintendo Pals, we're going to be doing a race against Cosmic for Mario Hour. And you're probably thinking like, wow, you guys are going to get destroyed. Well, here's the catch: is Micah and I will be working cooperatively to beat Mario Hour while Cosmic does it solo. And we are actually not sure who will win. I still think it's going to be in favor of Cosmic. He's very fast. Playing through the first 6 Mario games. So that is Mario Bros, Mario 2, Mario 2 USA. So there's Mario 2, the Lost Levels, or Mario 2J, as it's referred to. Mario 2 USA, Mario 3, Super Mario World, and Mario 64, all in an hour. That's the goal, is you want to get it all in an hour. So Micah and I are each taking 3 games, and we will be playing those simultaneously while Cosmic plays them back to back to back to back. And it's going to be a close race. I think. I think it will be. This will be fun. I'm very looking forward to that. And so because of that, I've also been playing Mario 64. And there's a reason I picked up this controller, because the Z targeting and the controls on the Pro Controller are a little rough for NSO. And so I picked this up. I'm going to be playing. I will probably be playing through NSO for the run, just for ease. Although I do have the original hardware, but the joysticks on my N64 shot, so I don't know if that would be good. And then I've also been playing a lot of Super Mario World. Those are the 2 I'm training to speed run. Micah's training up on 2, and 3, and then we're kind of leaving 1 as a whichever one of us gets to it first. So I'm practicing that one a little bit too. A lot of fun going back and playing classic Mario games, but super fun to learn how to speed run Mario 64 in particular. Mario 64 has it's one of the most famous speedrunning games, and it has some of the most famous tricks in speedrunning. The backwards long jump, learning how to do that has been very cool. It's so satisfying to properly execute that. I can see why the game is so popular for speedrunning. It just feels good to speedrun. It's super great. The BLJ, as Seth says in chat. Yeah, you know it. The BLJ. It's super, super fun, and actually a lot easier to execute than you'd think. But there's a lot to it to get it fast, to get things going quickly. I'm a long ways off. Luckily, we have 2 weeks to practice, but I'm nervous because Mario 64, I think, is going to be the kicker. Meanwhile, Mike is like flipping executing on Mario Bros 3 the wrong warp to just get to the end of the game right away in like 5 minutes. It's crazy. It's super cool. It's fun to learn these things. I highly recommend to anybody out there, like if you got a game you're interested in, check out speedruns of that game and see if you'd be interested in speedrunning it, because it's a lot of fun. I've talked about it before on the show that it gives games a lot of replay value that they might not have. You don't have to traditionally run games. I was watching today Fedorable Will, who has rated our stream here several times, was speedrunning Smash Bros. I was like, oh, that's a fun idea. Like a Smash Bros classic mode speedrun. Super cool. So, which category am I running? Good question from Seth in the chat here. I am running 16 star, which is significantly easier than the 0 or 1 star, which Cosmic runs. Cosmic can beat the game in 10 minutes. But to learn that trick will take me longer than I have time to prep for. It's an incredibly difficult trick. It's incredibly difficult backwards long jump precision nonsense. Like it's so hard. But the 16 star run is relatively easy to learn because essentially you just go around and play levels to get up to 15 stars, and then you execute a bunch of glitches to get out. Yep, I have no idea how they do Super Mario 64 0 star, says Schlimtor in the chat. Yeah. I watched it and was like, oh, that doesn't look too bad. I tried it and was like, oh, this is bad. This is very bad. And every tutorial for 0 star and 1 star says this is the most difficult speedrunning trick that I have ever done. A lot of them say that. I'm like, why would you say that? Well, because so many people say it's so hard. Cosmic himself said you should just do 16 star. There's no way you'll be able to pull off a 1 or 0 star. But I was stubborn and was like, I want to try it. I'm going to at least try. I spent a few hours trying to get that first one. It's rough. That's not the hard part of the. It's not the hard part of the trick. Essentially, you have to do this backwards long jump in the very first room in the Mario 64 castle, in a clipped zone of the wall, very, very precisely, because if you fall out, you get out of the clip. And I just could not hit that consistently. I could get into the wall very easily, but I couldn't do the backwards long jump without falling out. And then from there, you build up a ton of speed and then do weird camera manipulation so that you can basically fly through the Bowser door. That's the goal. But that's only the first crazy one you have to do. The second one is in the basement level. You have to do the same trick, similar trick, but off of an even smaller space. And it's just really hard. I watched Cosmic running it, and like it he was really struggling to hit that as well. So I figure if the pros can't do it, I don't think I will be trying that. So there you have it. That's the Mario 64 speedrun I've been doing. It's a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun playing through classic Mario games. Micah's not here to agree with me on this, but Mario 64 maybe not as good as I remember it being. That camera is rough. That camera is hardcore broken. What an odd decision they made to have it have collision. I can see how it made sense transitioning from 2D to 3D gaming to have that fixed camera style, but it is hard to go back to. Yeah, the gameplay is still solid as all get out, for sure. Schlimtor points out in chat. But yeah, N64 games, they're figuring it out. And I think they helped transition us to where 3D gaming has come. I really love what Odyssey does with its camera. Speaking of camera, in that it does move that automatically like the N64 camera, but it also has full stick camera control. So if you're not using that camera control, it helps you out. It does it for you a lot of the time. But if you are using it, it doesn't. It's very much a feature that, like a toggle on and off feature, that you don't toggle on and off and is not in your face at all. Super cool. That game is the most accessible Mario game, like period. I've told the story here before. My son jumped in on Mario Odyssey as like really his first true gaming experience, especially in 3D gaming. He's like 4 when he cleared through that game. And that was all thanks to assist mode, which gives you extra life. If you fall off, you bubble up and come back on. There's an arrow pointing where to go at all times. It's just super great. It's a great game for kids to get integrated into how to use camera controls. Super fun. And yeah, it's pretty short, pretty easy, but also can be challenging. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's got like low barrier of entry but a high skill ceiling. And for that, I just think they made quite a masterpiece with Mario Odyssey. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. I also want to highlight that we played a round of Mario Party Superstars with a twist. We played it where the goal was to lose. Whoever lost one. A couple of rules to that were that if you run into the star and you have enough money, you have to buy it. Otherwise, what's there's no challenge here. You just never buy a star, right? And it would just be a game of coins. So that was super fun. Played that with the Nintendo Pals crew as well as Jesse from the Nintendo Dads, and wouldn't you know it, Jesse won. He's like, I'm pretty good at losing. I'm pretty good at that. I thought that was pretty funny. It was a great time. It was incredibly funny to play these mini games while trying your best to not win. So there's like a mini game with a cloud that shoots rain down, and you have to water your piranha plant. Well, it became a completely different mini game because we're all trying to dodge the cloud, and it moves around sporadically and crazy like, but it's the same game in reverse. And that's how the whole experience is. So if you play this, which I recommend people try because it's a lot of fun, a new twist and variety on Mario Party. Uh, when you play this, you'll see that it's like so similar to just playing Mario Party. A lot of the same kind of like bogus stuff happens with like a hidden block, but it's not good. Hidden block is bad because you get more coins and a chance to get a star. Uh, this and it's you get excited to hit Bowser spaces because you have the potential to lose your star. You have to like plan out to who you're gonna steal coins from with items. We had There's the board we were playing, which was the fruit one, Yoshi's Fruit Paradise Island. I don't remember what it's called. You there's a spot where you get a boo that will steal coins or steal a star if you have enough money to pay him. But you have to steal coins. And you don't want coins if you're trying to lose. So the strategy there is when you hit that space, you have to do the steal coins or the steal star. You can't cancel out. Is to steal from the person who has the least amount of coins, because hopefully that means you won't get very many. Uh, so Muggle Moo stole from Micah, and Micah was like, and it says push the A button as fast as you can to get rid of the boo. And Micah was like, ah, and he was just completely missing, right? Because he doesn't want the boo to go away. And he's like, oh man, kept missing the button. It was really funny. It was a good time. You had to be there. It was an enjoyable way to play. I recommend everybody try it out. All right. Well, that's enough talking what you plan. I think it's time to jump into the next segment of our show, and let's talk the Nintendo news. All righty, we got a lot of news to cover today. First off, G-Shock has announced a collaboration with Nintendo. They're doing an 8-bit Mario camouflage band. This thing looks I mean, G-Shock is known to have kind of this more utility style clock. This isn't like a fancy uh Rolex style watch. Like we had a collaboration last year or earlier this year that made these really high end looking watches. This is more about the utility. But it still looks very cool. I like the color scheme on it. It screams Mario. It's got a little shell next to the clock. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. So if you're into watches, there you go. I've never been a watch guy myself. I don't like wearing stuff on my wrist. It's not comfortable. Not comfortable to me. But transitioning, but still sticking with the theme of Mario. Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 2 are now available on NSO with online play. I have not seen how well this runs. I wanted to play it during our Extra Life event, but we went with Superstars just because it was easier to get to. We were all set up with it. Um, I'm excited about this. I'm very excited to have these available and excited because we're going to get even more. We're getting Pokemon Stadium coming. Mario Party 3 is coming and more games, more and more games. We just keep on coming. And N64 Online, I really like. I think it's really great. But while we're on the subject of NSO, I wanted to highlight that Pac-Man 99, which I guess is it just for Nintendo Switch Online members? I think it's free to play for everybody can download it, but you need a Nintendo Switch Online account to play it. But it hit 9 million downloads this last week. I'm kind of amazed that this has hit this many downloads. I don't hear anybody talking about this game. What does this mean? Like, why is this like this? I do not know. So yeah, there you go. 9 million 9 million downloads for Pac-Man 99. I feel like that's a lot of downloads, but I don't think that many people are playing. So that, but means let's get some more 99 games going, right? Like let's hope. Nintendo of America also tweeted out that Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope would be getting DLC packs. We knew this already, but they teased what those DLC packs will have in them. You can see kind of in the image here, we're going to get one that is the Tower of Doom, and it has the little rabbit from the first game that could combine things. I don't know if he is in the base game because I haven't played it yet. But face your doom in a new combat game mode, which is coming in 2023, early 2023. I assume this is going to be like a tower, like a cave of trials kind of thing, like Zelda. You know, you're going to go through different levels. That's my assumption based off of the title, but who knows? And it's a different game mode. DLC Pack 2 doesn't have a title, but it says heroes confront a mysterious foe on a new enchanting planet. And it's this rabbit that looks very Bowsette. No, that's not a good description. It's just, like this like Bowser influence, but it's like I like little girl in dress. And there's a bomb behind her. I don't know. I don't know what this is. It just looks like it's going to be new story stuff though, which is very cool. But then DLC Pack 3, oh, and that comes mid 2023. DLC Pack 3 coming in late 2023. Rayman, Rabid Peach, and Rabid Mario embark on their own adventure. There's like a vortex going on behind them. It looks like there's going to be some shenanigans going on with Portal type stuff and, multiverse cross things. But it specifically says Rayman, Rabid Peach, and Rabid Mario, making me wonder, why just those three? What does this mean? And what is happening? This is the one I think most people are very excited for. The return of Rayman. Finally, he's been gone for a long time, and they really should do more with the character. That's for sure. All right, we got to see some new screenshots and development for Octopath Traveler 2, which details I don't think I can pronounce his name right, Particio the Merchant and Oswald the Scholar and water travel. So there's some really cool stuff. The artwork for this game is beautiful. As always, it's very cool. I think that Square Enix does a really good job with their 2D HD engine. And for some reason, the Octopath just artwork, the promo art is just amazing. It's just amazing. It kind of reminds me of the Breath of the Wild promo art and how it's just very painterly and they're not similar styles, but they go for this very artistic look for how the game cover looks and the promo material looks that does reflect what's in the game, but is just much more a visual medium of artwork. It is art. Breath of the Wild does that for sure. Like the cover of Breath of the Wild being is very, very painterly, and all the promo art they did for that. That's not exactly what it looks like in game, but it is. I don't know how to describe it, but that's how they have that same kind of energy, the ability to make their games look like paintings, so that when they make paintings of their games, they look really good. So there you go. Also, Nintendo has announced their Black Friday bundle, and wouldn't you know it, it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe bundled in with the Nintendo Switch. Not even the Nintendo Switch OLED, it's the standard Nintendo Switch. That's the bundle. It's here again. So if you are ever wanting to buy just the standard Switch, this is the way to buy it. Like just wait for a Black Friday deal because you get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for free. Will this count towards Nintendo selling more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Oh, you bet it will, and it means that number is just going to continue to climb. But in addition to that, we're going to see $20 off on a lot of big titles, including Animal Crossing, Breath of the Wild, Mario Party Superstars, Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, Bravely Default 2. I am sure we will see even more from retailers that are not specific, like Nintendo deals, but the retailer deals doing clearance and clear out. So keep an eye out because typically Nintendo comes and says, "Hey, $20 off these games." Retailers then go and slash it even further. Like you can get some really, really good deals on Nintendo Switch games. I'm gonna keep my eye out for some deals here because there's some games that I am on the fence on getting. They would probably end up in like a backlog of sorts, but it would be fun to play. I'm thinking games like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Link's Awakening. Like if that gets low enough, I think I will pull the trigger on that just because it looks really fun. I have not played it ever. That's a Zelda title that is missing from my library. Uh, so yeah, there's those. I feel like there's some more, but I also wait to see what kind of stuff we get with deals on indie games. So yeah, yeah. Also, $40 off Mario Kart Live home circuit sets. That puts these down to $60, $70. How much are these normally? I can't remember. I could just look it up here on the side. But Mario Kart Live home circuit, I'll admit, doesn't get as much use as I would have thought it would. Maybe my kids aren't old enough for it, but also I think the novelty of it wears off pretty quick. And then you're just like, I have to like set up to play this game. Okay, let's see. How much is this normally? $100. So yeah, be down to $60. Yep. I was right, but I had to fact check myself live. Yes, thank you, Monkey Thunder. Monkey Thunder had my back there in chat. So yeah, that's a pretty good deal for that game. It's a price of a regular game for a physical thing. Like this thing is cool. This thing is really cool. It's very detailed. The tech in it is really cool. The one thing I don't like about it is its range is atrociously bad. So if you're playing docked, in like I have a fairly big living room kitchen combo area, but no matter where I am with it, if the car goes around the island, the connection drops pretty badly. So if there's like a way to like signal boost, I'd probably look into that for me. But and I'm sure there is if I was technically savvy with hardware like that, but I'm not. So let's move on. Let's just move on. Alrighty, we recently had Nintendo of America tweeted out that the Splatoon Pokemon Splatfest that is coming up this weekend had keychains available. Splatoon keychains on the Nintendo Rewards website. Well, hopefully you heard about it before listening here because they're gone. They were gone very quickly, almost immediately, completely out of stock. And this just shows how much people like Pokemon and Splatoon. These are very popular series. So for that crossover to happen is very much a recipe for selling out on everything. Like, could you imagine if they had T-shirts for this? Like, those would be gone. Like, no one could keep stock of that. It would just be gone always. But while we're talking about Pokemon, there was a brand new Pokemon announced this week. It's called, gosh, what is it called? I don't even remember. What am I looking at here? This is not the video I thought it was. The Gimme Ghoul. And it was announced via Pokemon Go. And it's a little treasure chest that has, let's see if I can find the video over here. There we go. Gimme Ghoul. It's a little treasure chest that has a little ghosty guy inside. I like this Pokemon a lot. I like this one a lot. I will definitely be using this one. People might be like, well, that's kind of lame. Like, it's just a treasure chest. I don't know. I just really like this little guy in here. And he has two forms. There's a chest form and a roaming form. So, like, he's inside the little treasure chest in chest form, and in the roaming form, he's just like a little bug guy. I think is it Bug Steel or is it Ghost? I can't remember what the typing is on this. But he's got a little coin on his back. I don't know why. I just think he's incredible and will definitely be on my team for sure. And I think that about covers it for news. I think that about covers it for news. Let me check here what else I've got. See, I just think that Micah doesn't do a lot for the show, but he does the show notes. And wait, okay, people don't think that. I don't mean to imply that he doesn't. What I'm trying to say is he does a lot and helps keep the show going behind the scenes a lot more than people might think. I did miss a news item. November 9th, this week, we will be getting a Indie World Showcase. That will be at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, very much looking forward to that. These Indie Worlds are always a super good time. And it's about time. We'll see what we're going to be getting probably mostly next year for that. Yeah. So for those watching the video version of the podcast, I just have our YouTube channel playing on the side here now. So check that out if you haven't already. Nintendo Pals YouTube channel. Great stuff over there, making content. That about does it though for the news. We'll have more to talk about with the Indie World this next week. I'm excited for that. So with that, that's the end of the news segment. Let's jump on over into the rumor mill. It's the rumor Pikmin that we send out each and every week to find us the juicy rumors. Well, guess what? The can of worms is open. Pokemon has completely leaked online. So I'm not going to talk about that at all here. I'm just throwing out here that our Pikmin have warned us, and we're warning you to be careful online when looking at Pokemon stuff. A lot has been leaked. If you want to go in spoiler free, don't Google anything Pokemon related. Don't do any internet Pokemon stuff. This is a major bummer, but this has happened every game that Pokemon has put out for the last several years. I think the entire Switch generation, they've almost all been massively leaked right beforehand. It's a big company. There is a lot of coordination that happens in between. And I think there's just a lot of opportunity for these leakers to jump in and get a piece of internet fame by leaking early. It's some sort of sick kicks out of it. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't support it. I don't like it, but it's there. So hopefully this PSA warning will help save someone from getting spoiled that doesn't want to get spoiled. And that's all we got to talk about in the rumor mill. So let's move on to the next segment of our show, into the community corner. We have a lot of questions to cover in the community corner. And by we, I mean me. I keep saying we as if Micah is still here. I just miss him, you know? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of questions. So let's start up here with... I don't actually know if I've answered this. What's the best game that came out in 1997? I think I did answer that one, but I didn't answer this. From Presto the Magnificent, who asks, M&M's or Skittles? Probably have to go Skittles. Between M&M's and Skittles, I think so. There's more variety with the flavor. But I do love M&M's too. So that's just how I like M&M's. I like Skittles, but Skittles probably a little bit more. What's the best... Another question from Presto the Magnificent asks, what's the best costume in Super Mario Odyssey? We talked about this somewhat, but it was from ranking costumes. My favorite costume in Mario Odyssey, I'll pick two. Schlimtor nailed it right off the bat in chat. The Super Mario 64 costume is incredible. That you just get the blocky Super Mario 64 outfit. That is so cool. I love that one. It's a lot of fun. And I also really like the skeleton costume. I think that one's really cool too. There's a lot of great costumes. Honorable mention to the Diddy Kong outfit, which I think is really fun. Gives Mario these big old monkey ears. Shout out Waluigi has an outfit in there. There's just so much. I want this to be a thing in every Mario game from now on. It's just a fun way to play. Fun way to play with Mario. Flightsy in the Discord said shirtless Mario, which that is a classic Mario Odyssey costume. Monkey Thunder then pointed out that should have been a costume in an alt in Smash Bros. And then got into this topic, which we'll talk more about with the PAL topic today. We're gonna be talking about possible alternate costumes for Smash Bros. Characters. We'll try and come up with one for each of the characters in the roster. Be a good time. All right. Question from Presto the Magnificent, but it's from Purple Ryolu. There was some weird stuff going on in the community corner this week of people stealing each other's questions from other Discords. Hey, I'll answer them. I don't care where they come from. They're great. Thank you, Purple Ryolu and Presto. What Nintendo character could eat the most? It's Kirby. Right? Kirby is the answer. Is there any other contest? I mean, besides Kirby, King DDD, I guess. That's where I'm gonna go. It's the Kirby series. Okay. Another one from Presto, but it's from Solo. Would Waluigi make a terrible dinner guest? Pros and cons. Waluigi, would he make a terrible dinner guest? No. I feel like if you had Waluigi over for dinner, he would probably. I feel like he would be kind of rude in how he seems like the kind of guy that wouldn't have like proper eating etiquette. Uh, so he would just eat a lot, he'd probably chew with his mouth open, but he would also just pig out and eat a ton of food, maybe be a little messy, but he would be fun to talk to. You know what I mean? Like he would be a good conversationalist. So I don't know. Like he's kind of guy I wouldn't want to go out to dinner with, but to have for dinner at my house, probably not too bad. That's where I'm gonna settle on that. But who knows? I mean, he also is like, no, maybe I'm putting too much Wario projection on here. I'm backtracking here because now that I think about it, Waluigi's always like very classy in how he dresses, how he acts. He has this like ballet dancery type precision with his moves. And he does that thing with the rose. He seems kind of like a romancer, you know? So maybe he's actually incredibly great to have as a dinner guest and to go out for dinner with. So I'm backtracking everything I previously just said. Waluigi would be incredible. I feel like he would make dinner a more enjoyable experience. Somehow. Somehow. So yeah, there you go. All right, so now Purple Riolu asks some questions from Presto the Magnificent. Again, this is confusing. Join up our Discord so you can follow the chaos that comes through the community corner, and other all the channels that we have on there, which is a lot of fun. We have a great community over there. Awesome people. Okay, what is each Nintendo character's favorite side during Thanksgiving dinner? This would be too long to go over right now. I'm going to save this as a PAL topic for a future episode for Thanksgiving. So we'll put a pin in it for now and come back to it. But my favorite side for Thanksgiving, oh, this is a tough one. I'm going to say rolls. The rolls are the best part. I know it's just bread, but it's very good bread. Usually really good. So we do either homemade, which are incredible, or the like King's Hawaiian, the like orange bag of rolls. Those are really good. Those are also really good. Okay. Next question. Does Kirby even taste the food since he inhales it all at once? Kirby doesn't have a tongue. Or does he? The things that I Google on this show. Oh no, he definitely does. He definitely does. Because every time you see him with his little mouth, there's the tongue in there. So yeah, he does. He loves food. He loves it. So I can't see why he wouldn't taste it. I just googled Kirby mouth open. Yeah, you're like what am I doing with my life here? I'm googling Kirby with mouth open. Yeah, I think he does because I've been playing a lot of Dream Buffet on the side here. My kids have been playing especially a ton of Dream Buffet, and like that whole game revolves around how Kirby is so excited to eat. I can't imagine that he would just do that like if it wasn't enjoyable, if he wasn't tasting it, you know? Tasting it's got to be part of the experience. So I think he does. Okay. Next question. I'm scrolling down here through my questions section. We've got a series of questions from Mute Dog the gamer, who asks who has the most grating personality? Who has the most grazing personality? That came out weird. Rivali or Falco? 100% Rivali. Although I mean, they're like the same character, man. Falco's Falco at least feels like he comes back and turns it around for me because you like warm up to him, and I think Rivali gets to that point somewhat, kind of, in Age of Calamity, but they're very similar. This is a hard pick, but I'm gonna say Rivali. Like for some reason, I just like Falco more. Yeah, that's this is arbitrary. Take your pick. Would you okay? Would you rather dress like Link or Mario? This is a good question. This is a good question. Would I rather dress like Link or Mario? It really depends on like the activity. Like Mario has, like a perfect utility uniform, like an outfit that is designed to do work in. But Link also has an outfit that is very designed to do work in, to travel. Link is so I'm gonna go with Link here. There's more utility with the outfit. It has a bit of an armor, and there's a lot of styles that you can go with. There's a lot of different Link tunics, and I love green. Green's my favorite color, and Link looks cool. I want to look like Link, you know? Mario doesn't look cool. He's iconic, but he's not stylish in my opinion. Link is stylish. That's how I feel about that one. So yeah, Link for me. Mute Dog asks the next one. What is the last Nintendo game you bought? This is an interesting question because I'm wondering what counts here. Is this like Nintendo first party? Because if not, then It Takes Two is the most recent game I purchased. But if we're talking just Nintendo first party, I gotta check. I gotta check what I have. What did I buy last? Nintendo. I'm like, it's probably Splatoon 3, I guess. Splatoon 3. Yeah, Dream Buffet came before that. Yep, that's it. So Splatoon 3 for Nintendo, but if we're talking games just in general, It Takes Two. And those are my answers. Thanks, Mute Dog. Next question from Mute Dog. One more here. He says, lastly, which Breath of the Wild champion's power do you like to use the most? All right, here. This is very hypocritical, but like Rivali's Gale is very, very useful in Breath of the Wild. However, I'm a speedrunner and I no longer need his freaking Gale, all right? I can fly using bomb launches and BLSS. I don't need it anymore. So which one do I actually find the most useful? Which one do I use the most? Shame to admit it. Mipha's Grace, probably. But I like don't do divine beasts like ever in my speed runs. So I like hardly have the champion's power. Any of the champion's powers. But in like my first playthrough, Rivali's Gale definitely was the go-to. Mipha's Grace is really good. I find Urbosa's Fury, like, it's helpful, but it's one that I didn't use very much. So it's probably, if I have to go in order here, it's Rivali, Mipha, Daruk's Protection, and Urbosa. Those are the order of favorites to least favorites, or most used to least used. But it's probably different now. Rivali's Gale is like almost completely useless to me as a speedrunner. Like I like it's still would be helpful to have, but I don't need it to do what that does. there you go. Okay. A lot of comments here on this question. There were a lot of people giving their answers here. A lot of people said Falco, which is surprising to me. Like they dislike Falco more than Rivali. But all right. Got more questions here. Yes. What was the best game that came out in 1998? Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. With honorable mention for Pokemon Red and Blue. Like, Ocarina of Time set the precedence for what 3D adventure gaming was going to be for the rest of the future. And it is a super influential game in the industry and in my life. It's the greatest. Micah is not here to smack talk it, and I will talk about how fantastic Ocarina of Time is. Again, the N64 games haven't aged maybe as awesomely as others, as other systems, but the gameplay in Ocarina of Time is a lot of fun. I think the overall world design, the music, the puzzles, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, Ocarina of Time is definitely the one to pick for 1998. Now, that being said, Pokemon, like holy cow, Pokemon's a huge deal as well, a big influence, and just overall, like one of the greatest games ever. But I feel like better Pokemon games exist. Wait, that's dumb of me to say. I also think better Zelda games exist. But yeah, so I guess they're both similar in that they're just really genre defining and like series defining games. It's cool. It's cool. Ocarina of Time's great. Okay. And I believe that's it for questions in the community corner. Do one last check here. I think that's it. Alrighty. Well, with that, let's move on to the last segment of our show and let's talk about our pal topic. Alrighty, we're going to be going through the Super Smash Bros. Roster and coming up with ideas for alternate costumes that should have been used for the characters in Smash Bros. We have here the official website for Smash Bros. And as such, we have all of the characters with and we can kind of see the alternate costumes that they already have. So if you're watching the video version of this podcast, you can see what I'm looking at here. They added some interesting alternate costumes this time for Mario, in that we got Builder Mario from Mario Maker and Wedding Mario from Mario Odyssey. Why these specifically? Mario Maker one makes complete sense. That's a great addition. But this Mario Odyssey costume, why this one? I don't know. I don't know. Is that the most iconic one from the thing? I don't know. But what alternate costume would I like to see for Mario? I want them to just completely get rid of these like palette changes. This Waluigi one. We can keep that one. I also forgot we've got the American flag Mario from Mario Golf. I think shirtless Mario is the one to add for sure. I agree with Flightsy, who made a comment in Discord. Shirtless Mario, either that or skeleton Mario. Those are the two I'd like to see for Mario. Alternate costume for Donkey Kong. This is a tricky one. I think it would be cool to see a return of the Donkey Kong with a tank top. You know what I'm talking about? That's not Donkey Kong though. It is. It's Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong has a weird family tree. But that would be I think that would be cool. Or you just put in Funky Kong as an alt costume. Or Donkey Kong can wear Funky Kong's clothes. Yeah, DK Jr. had the tank top. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so that's the one I've got for Donkey Kong. Link. He already has the fierce deity and has had that for a while. Oh, I just realized that this alt costume here, is that the Royal Guard one right there? This is like the Royal Guard armor. What? Yeah, that's so for Link, there's a lot of costumes they could do. But I think let's go shirtless with Link as well. I think that would be a cool one. What costume's my favorite from Breath of the Wild? This isn't a thing I've ever really thought about. Yeah, shirtless Link says Monkey Thunder. Heck yeah, heck yeah! Like let's just have all the characters be shirtless. Swimsuit versions. They do it for so many other characters. Shirtless Shulk from a way more serious game than Zelda. I think it would be cool to do alternate costumes that are just the different eras of Link. So you could have the Twilight Princess costume. They have shirtless Sephiroth too. Gosh, like there's so many that do it. Like why not for the ones that already have the precedent set? Like Breath of the Wild, he starts shirtless. You could have the Twilight Princess. You could do the Skyward Sword. You could do, but the problem with that is they aren't like different enough color schemes. So they would, I think that's probably why they don't do that. They want to have like the different, the the more different, like varied colors. I think maybe the Phantom armor set would be cool. The Bokoblin hood. I would love that actually. Bokoblin hood. What other costumes are there in the game that are really cool? I actually wait. No, I want like the Sheikah outfit was really cool. Just the Hyrule Castle armor. I just would rather have like all of these alternate costumes than different color palette swaps. So I'm if I'm picking just one, I'm going with shirtless Link. But I would rather I would like Link has two different costumes in this game in Ultimate. He has the hero's tunic, and then he also has the or the champion's tunic, and then he also has the tunic of the wild. Can't do Phantom armor because Zelda uses the Phantom as an attack. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right, Schlimtor. That makes sense. All right, shirtless Link it is. Next up, we have Samus. Alternate costume for Samus. Metroid Dread armor set. The new Metroid Dread armor set. 100%. And then maybe as an alt, the like super armor that Samus has at the end. Spoilers of sorts. Yeah, Schlimptor also points out the Metroid Fusion suit. Yep, 100%. You've got like the gold armor, but man, this one is the fusion suit that I'm showing up on screen right now, but it's that color scheme. But I want the Metroid Dread one. Like this one's kind of the Metroid Dread one, but not really. Samus already has some really cool alt colors, though. Wait, is the visor different for that one? Let me scroll back here. Yeah, it's a different color of visor for the Oh, they're all different colored visors. What am I doing? Well, anyway, that's what I want. Metroid Dread. Alt costume for Dark Samus. I have no idea what you'd do for this. Skip. I don't know. Like, I don't think there's really like an alternate you could have. Yoshi. Ooh, okay. This one's tough. Yoshi already like has all the alt forms that you want. I think Yarn Yoshi is one that would be right. They have the fuzzy one in this game, but the Yarn Yoshi is where it's at. Right? That would be a cool alternate costume. Give him a mohawk, like in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. That would be a fun little nod there. And that's all I got. That's all I got for Yoshi. I want Yarn Yoshi. Kirby, alt skins for Kirby. This one's hard as well because Kirby, like, it's all about the copy ability, right? So what would you do different for Kirby? Yeah, he already has like 85 alts. That's a good point. I don't know. I feel like they've got Kirby down pretty good. How about an Echo Fighter and you are gooey? Or a gooey color style. That's about as good as I think I'll get with Kirby. Fox. Alt costume for Fox. I'll admit that I don't really know enough about Star Fox to like go have an immediate jump out game. What's this? Because he looks the same in every. He looks similar enough in every game. I was gonna say, how about Star Fox Adventure? But he kind of dresses the same in that game. His melee costume? I'll have to look at what that looks like because I don't remember. Schlimtor. But that's what he looks like right now. He looks like he does in melee. It's just like a higher resolution. The outfit's not really that different. I don't know. Man. His ears are different. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. Let me look here. Yeah, even when I Google Star Fox alt costumes, there's not a lot that comes up. There's Bayonetta wearing a Star Fox outfit because that was a thing, a real thing. I don't. Could we get one that's just the puppets? That's what I want. It's puppet Star Fox. Bit of a joke answer, but I can't think of a good one. I think the promo they did with the puppets. That's what I want for Star Fox. I got to go through these faster or I'm going to be here forever. Pikachu. Pikachu already has some really good alt costumes, but oh my gosh, I am just now putting together that these are the starter character hats. Pfft. That's red. That's the Hoenn. That's the that hat there is the gold silver. And then there's also the party hat. But then there's also the one from X and Y. This one's from Sun and Moon. And then they have the fighter Pikachu. But what generation is missing? 1, 3, 2. They don't have one for Diamond and Pearl. We're missing the classic English cap. I also don't have one for Black and White. But that doesn't really have like a super distinct hat. Wow, I did not realize this until just now. I'm glad I'm not alone. Schlimtor in chat says, I didn't realize this either. Can I tell you that when I went to the Nintendo store this last week, they sell plushies of Pikachu in the starter outfits. Maybe this is why I'm realizing this now because it's on my brain. For every generation, and it's a set of 2 Pikachus, one wearing the male protagonist outfit and the other wearing the female protagonist outfit. And they have one for every generation, and I wanted it so badly. However, to get all of them would have cost like a couple $100. So I decided I can't get them all. I'm gonna get none. They were very cool. They were very cool. Maybe someday I'll get that as like a desk collection. This is tough. This is so tough. What does Pikachu's shiny form look like? Yeah, it doesn't look any different. No, they did do exactly what I was about to say. They could put the female Pikachu in. The wrestling Pikachu is female. I didn't know that. The tail changes. My gosh, I'm learning so much while podcasting today. So the female Pikachus have like the heart-shaped tail. I my brain has been exploded. Pikachu already has all the alts that Pikachu needs. I don't know what else they could do. They could just straight up have Ash Ketchum's hat, which would be very cool. They don't have that. They have this generic brand, neither like insert your own logo hat. So that's what I want. The Ash Ketchum hat. There you go. Man, wow. Okay, alternate costumes for Luigi. Again, stealing from Flightsy in the Discord. Mr. L. Mr. L from Super Paper Mario would be fantastic. Let me see if I can find a picture to show as. There you go, Mr. L right there. He's just way too cool. Way too good of an idea for a costume. That's an easy one. All right. Wow, we have a lot of roster to go through. Ness. Ness without a hat. Lazy answer, but I'm going to go with it. Let's go to the next one. Captain Falcon. Again, shirtless. I mean, come on. Come on. Everybody else already has the shirtless costume. Jigglypuff. Maybe like a Jigglypuff with marker on its face? You know? Shirtless Luigi. Monkey Thunder. How could I have missed it? How could I have missed that? Yeah, oh no, we need shirtless Luigi before we need Mr. L. That's for sure. What is this podcast episode turned into? This is Andros requesting every character in Smash Bros. Have a shirtless alt. What have you done, Sakurai? What have you done? Setting the precedence that they could be. I don't even particularly like the shirtless characters. I don't. It's I always thought, like, why did they do this? But now that they've done it, I need some consistency, all right? Look at Jigglypuff shirtless. I don't have any preference for Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff is not exciting enough to get an alt costume. But Peach should get either a Mario Strikers outfit or the like traveling outfit that she wears in Mario Odyssey. She has several that she wears. Like Explorer Peach. But I think Mario Strikers is the way to go here. Because in Mario Strikers and in Mario Kart, she usually wears like a racing suit of sorts, right? Oh, in Strikers, it might be more like armor. Oh, this is not what I was remembering at all. She's wearing like a crop top with spandex shorts. I was thinking like a full spandex suit, kind of like Zero Suit Samus. What is this? This episode is making me seem very much odd with my tastes. I promise I am not a weirdo. All right, let's move on from Peach. Daisy, same thing, sure. Alternate skins for Bowser. Ooh, this is a tough one. I don't know. Fury Bowser? Dry Bowser. Oh, 100%. Wedding. Oh, I should be looking at the chat sooner here. Monkey Thunder has some great suggestions. Wedding Peach would be cool. Then Wedding Bowser. Yes, yes. To match the Wedding Mario that they already have would be really cool. But Dry Bowser is 100% the right answer here. Dry Bowser, all the way. That was a good suggestion. Ice Climbers. I don't really have an alt idea for these guys. I think they're too generic. Yeah. So I don't have an idea for an alt costume for the Ice Climber, so we'll move on to the next one here. How far are we, and how much episode have I been recording for? An hour and a half of recording, and I'm at Sheik. Don't have an alt costume for Sheik. I'm just gonna start skipping the ones that I'm like, I don't really have an exciting one for this. Anybody got any ideas for Sheik? I don't really think there's anything too crazy you could do with the color scheme. Maybe you could give Sheik the color scheme for like the armor of what is her name? The Sheikah lady girl. What is the name of the Sheikah lady? This is what happens when I don't have Micah. It's this person here. Impa, thank you, Napsy in chat. Have my back. Impa, an Impa outfit would be cool for Sheik. Zelda. Zelda's alternate costume could just be the Breath of the Wild outfit, right? I thought I knew everything about Zelda. You would be mistaken. The Breath of the Wild outfit, and there are two that you could pull from for Breath of the Wild. You could have Yoga Pants Zelda with the blue tunic and yoga pants, and then you can also have like the goddess dress Zelda, which is very similar in Skyward Sword as well. Would be a cool alternate costume for Zelda. It's interesting that they like I still think it's interesting that they chose to make the Smash Bros. Ultimate Zelda the one from Link Between Worlds, that Zelda, because they didn't want. They were like, oh, the Breath of the Wild Zelda is not a fighter. And you know who didn't care about that? The team behind Age of Calamity, because they made her a fighting character in that game. It's like they could have done it. I feel like but I do like the idea of making Zelda a different game, and they made Ganondorf from Ocarina of Time, so they were all from different games in the series, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's my picks. Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario is an alternate costume. I'm not going to even spend time on this one. Get out. All right, Pichu, nothing here really. Already perfect. I mean, here's what I would do. Okay, so they've got this here, which is kind of a Team Skull bandana, followed by a Team Aqua. Why do we not have a Team Magma one? And then let's just make Pichu alts all the enemy teams, right? Like let's go Team Rocket. Let's put in Team Galactic, and he just has a bandana or hat for each of those things. That would be very fun. I really like that idea. Where Pikachu's kind of the protagonist, Pichu is the antagonist. Oh man, this is great. Yeah, Team Star, when that comes out, he's wearing like a disheveled school uniform. Perfect costume ideas. Falco should have a Rivali outfit. We were just talking about this, actually. It was perfect. I don't have anything for Marth at all. Like what do you do with the Fire Emblem characters besides change their color? I don't know enough about these games, so I'm just gonna skip Marth. Cena is alt of Marth, so I'll skip that as well. Next up, Young Link. Young Link has the dark version. But what other things could you do? Maybe have Majora's Mask. Yeah, Lucina could put on her mask. That is a good point, Napsy. That would be a cool alt. Yeah. So I think Young Link, what you can do is change the shield from being the Deku shield to what it is in Majora's Mask. Remember what that was called? Let's see. Also, you could do. We already have Toon Link though, so like, what other inspiration could we pull from here? He could wear the Skull Kid outfit. That's a good idea too, Napsy. Fantastic. That's what I'm gonna go with. The whole Skull Kid outfit. So like thinking outside the box here. Not a costume he had in a previous game, but very tied to the series and to this character. That would have made people so happy and so excited. Like that's a way. Like this is just again, I didn't talk about this in the explanation for how we're doing alternate costumes for these characters, but it's such an easy thing, and I wish they'd done it. Ganondorf. I just want him to have the Wind Waker outfit, which is like a robe. More robe. The Ganondorf from Hyrule Warriors would be awesome, says Monkey Thunder. Yeah, that's a good point. How about a Calamity Ganon? So he's kind of oozy, like Venom, the superhero, not superhero, the supervillain, anti-hero. That's what I would go with. I also, it would be cool if they just had alts between the different Ganondorfs, right? So different ones from different games. Alternate costume for Mewtwo. In one of the movies, he has like a cape. So that's what they should do. Give him a nice cape. How about like pink? Mew colored. He's Mew colored. How? Like, I am so glad we have chat here tonight because I am missing some very obvious and very good ones. Monkey Thunder says armored Mewtwo. 100%. All the way. Armored Mewtwo. Shiny Mewtwo? Shiny Mewtwo. I gotta look at what his shiny form looks like. They kind of have it, but you're right. It's not quite as good. It needs to be like a way more defined green. You could also do his like mega evolutions, but he has that in this final smash. Now, armored Mewtwo is the answer. That's the answer. There's no debate here. That's the one to go with. Roy, I don't care. I don't have an answer for Roy or Chrome. We're gonna be Chrome. We're gonna be just leaving those. Game and Watch. I think there's got to be some cool answers that we could come up with for Game and Watch, but he's kind of got a. He's kind of got he kind of has alternates within his moves. I don't know. I'm looking here because his alts right now are just different colors, right? But what if they gave him like a Mario head? Because that was something that they did recently with the remaster, uh, the Mario Game and Watch. You could play Juggle, but instead of Mr. Game and Watch, it was Mario's head. That might be a fun alt costume. Yep. That's all I got for that one. That's all I got for that one. We'll move on so we can get through these faster. Meta Knight, you got to go with the. They kind of already have the. Oh man, they already have the exact alt I was thinking of. There's like a Meta Knight butterfly costume. Morpho Knight. That's what I want. Morpho Knight. As a fighter. Like that would be a cool alt costume. Okay, next is Pit. I think Pit just gets the like sacred armor. You collect like the Pegasus boots, a special shield, and helmet. Gosh, what are those called? Schlimtor, are you still here in chat? Though you know what I'm talking about. It's like the artifacts you collect in the game to unlock it. But that armor set, that's what Pit would get for sure. The Sacred Treasures. Thank you. The Sacred Treasures. Same for Dark Pit. Sacred Treasures for Dark Pit and Pit. Zero Suit Samus. Do they already have? They don't. Do the Zero Suit Samus from the very first Metroid. Like, give her the weird colored hair. Careful with how I search this. this costume right here. Samus in like the pink outfit with red hair. Justin Bailey, what is that? What do I don't know what that is. That's the name of the character? Oh, what? Wait, what? Okay. I didn't know that. She's got like green hair in the picture here. Huh. There you go. That's the alt. For sure. All right. Wario. What alternate costume of Wario would be best? They call that look Justin Bailey. Yeah, that's just a like with no context and not knowing that was like, what are you talking about? Just look up Justin Bailey. Wario. I've never liked his biker outfit. I think this is the Wario that I know and love. I love the classic yellow and purple Wario. But I mean, they have Super Wario as kind of the alt. He's not an alt, but like the final smash. So probably go with. I had a costume in mind for Wario. Oh yes, his oil tycoon look from the latest Mario Golf game. That's just a great look. Got like a cowboy hat. That would be great. Yeah, Snake needs Snake with an eye patch and maybe just shirtless Snake. Dang it, you got me again, Monkey Thunder. Yeah, shirtless Snake for sure. For sure. But he keeps the like tactical straps. All right, he's shirtless, but he has that still. Like that. But I think Snake with an eye patch needs to be in the leopard print, man. The ones they picked for Snake are so random. Gotta love it. Ike, I don't have any. As much as Ike is like my favorite character series, I don't really have like an alt that I'm like, oh yeah, they need to do this for Ike. Because they already have swapping between young and old Ike. Also, when he swaps between young and old, he gets huge. He worked out between games, that's for sure. But obviously, the answer here is shirtless. Again, it's shirtless Ike, but he keeps the cape, obviously. All right? Shirtless Ike with cape. Oh, Old Snake is a good alt costume as well. You're right. You're right, Monkey Thunder. That's a good one. Pokemon Trainer. Now, this one, there can be a lot done with. Get rid of, like you have the Pokemon trainer, but from each of the generations. So give him the outfit from each of the generations. Just exactly what we were talking about earlier with Pikachu. You have the classic trainer red and whatever the alt for the girl is called, green. I guess she does look like green in these, which is the official character artwork name. Um, but yeah, get the outfits from the second generation and the outfits from the third generation. Like I don't see why you wouldn't do that. Or you go really crazy and you change these out for gym leaders. All right, we have like one of the alts is Brock, one of them's Misty. You just pick like favorites from all over. There's fan favorites, and that's what you pick. But there's a lot you can do with that. And then I guess maybe we should talk about the Pokemon themselves. Nah, those don't need to change. They've got like lots of different colors. Nah, no time. Diddy Kong. What do I do for Diddy? He should wear he should wear Kitty Kong's onesie. You want Gary? Yeah, Gary as a playable character. I want Diddy Kong's alt costume to be Kitty Kong's onesie. Boom. Lucas. The masked man. The Claus is his brother. That's easy pickings there. Sonic. Yeah, Sonic needs an actual shadow color skin with a Knuckles skin combo. I mean, they're like, I cannot stand how they handle the alts for Sonic, and you know that it is Sega that is doing this. They're like, nah, you can't do these. You only have this much a deal, right? Like it has to be. Ooh, yeah. The Metal Sonic, is it Metal? Is that what he's called? Metal Sonic, Robot Sonic. But like, it's just he's blue. He's slightly darker blue. He's a slightly different shade of blue. Look at all these blues. It's not good. Not good costumes. Changing the color of his shoes. Nah. You need to change the color of the character fundamentally. There's so many characters you can pull from. Knuckles, Shadow, Metal Sonic, an Eggman outfit would be fun. You know, we're crazy with it. King DDD. I was gonna say Buff DDD, but I'm just now noticing as well that this color combo is just the Game Boy color, which is really cool. Yes, all these things that I'm just noticing. And if you're watching the video version, you'll notice too. I apologize for those audio listeners out there, but I'm trying to make it audio friendly as well. How about King DDD with no hat? What does he look like without his hat? Who knows? An alt costume where he just looks like the King DDD from the newest games, from Forgotten Land. I think would be cool. Olimar. Yeah, you've got Olimar and Alf, but why not have the other captains as well? Like have Louis, have what are the other guys' names? The other crew from Pikmin 3. Brittany and Charlie. I guess because they are different sizes, but Brittany's pretty similar size, so like at least put in Brittany. Yeah, that's my thinking. Lucario. Lucario should have some of the outfits that he has in Pokemon Unite. There's one where he's got like a really cool cape. He should wear the outfit of that one trainer. What is his name from Pokemon Diamond? Riley. He should wear the like blue coat with the hat. That would be a cool costume for Lucario. Rob. What do you do with Rob? What alternate costume could you give Rob that makes sense? Because they've kind of already done what I was gonna say. It was like they have the classic Rob. They have one that's like Famicom colors, and then I think this one is Super Nintendo colors. You have one that's so just do one for each system. The Wii U, but those are just white and then black. Systems themselves aren't like defined enough, you know? What if one of the alt costumes is just the like priest from Subspace Emissary, which is Rob with like a hood thing on? That would be cool. That would be actually really cool. That's my pick for Rob. All right. Picking up the pace here. Toon Link. Obviously, it's his pajamas, right? From Wind Waker, the blue pajamas. Wolf, don't care. He doesn't need an alt. Villager. Villager already has some pretty good alts. I'm going to say doesn't need it. Villager's pretty set. Mega Man? How about Mega Man with no helmet? Would be cool. Proto Man is the other. Is his brother, right? But you could also just do like the other Mega Mans. There's Mega Man. There's the Mega Man Zero costume. Not Zero. What is that? What is that? The Battle Network. The Battle Network suit. There's a lot. There's a lot of Mega Man alts you could use. But I'm gonna go with Proto Man color scheme, which I guess they kind of already have. Not quite the same. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Wii Fit Trainer. Alt costume is the Ring Fit Trainer. That's what needs to happen. The Ring Fit Trainer could just be an alt costume for this. Rosalina and Luma. Rosalina has some really cool alternate costumes in the Mario Kart Tour game. So you've got like Vacation Rosalina, where she's kind of dressed Hawaiian ish, and also the Witch Rosalina. I think the Hawaiian one's a cool outfit. Besides that, maybe Tanuki suit. Maybe Tanuki suit as an alt. Little Mac. Oh, they already do a good job with the alts for Little Mac. I don't know. I don't know if this really needs improvement. That's pretty good where it's at. Yep, I'm gonna call it good. Greninja. Do we already have Ash Greninja as an alt? I don't think we do. Yep, Ash Greninja. Mii Fighters. No. Those all have all sorts of alts. Palutena. I feel like Palutena there's not a lot you can do. Maybe you could make her look like Viridi. Yeah, just give her the Viridi outfit. The exact like that exact outfit. They kind of have that with this alt color combo. Oh, well, no, this is straight up Viridi's color combo, but it's like the dress isn't the same because it's just an alternate color combo. I think an actual costume change would be really cool there. Pac-Man. Yeah. Another one where, hey, this third party character, you are not allowed to change what he looks like. Ridiculous. These are lazy and bad. Sleeves and rings around his shoes. This is worse than Sonic. They're like, you can't change Pac Man from being yellow. Why not? How about alternate costumes where he is the different colors of ghosts? Like that would make a lot of sense. That's what I pick for that. Robin, I apologize, Fire Emblem fans. I'm skipping over those. Shulk. Like for those not watching the video version, the way that he's covered makes him look completely naked in this fixture, but he does have a swimsuit on. It's just funny. I want him to have the armor of what's his face at the very end of the game. What is the boss of Xenoblade Chronicles 1? What is his name? But he is like a clone of Shulk. Zanza. So there is Shulk Zanza, which is like Shulk with longer hair and this like crazy armor. That should be the alternate costume. Show it here on screen. That should be it. It's spoilers for Xenoblade Chronicles 1. He's not actually a clone. I'm not going to explain it. I'm not going to explain it because that will just continue to further spoil it. Okay. Bowser Jr. already has the perfect alt system here where it's just all of the Koopalings. It's like perfect. He's perfection in alternate costumes. Duck Hunt. I don't know. There's not really much more you can do with this. They've done a good job with Duck Hunt. I got nothing to add. Ryu. I wish I knew more about Street Fighter. But I think the like easy answer here is to just give him the costumes of different fighters from Street Fighter. So, like, put Ryu in the Zangief outfit, put him in the Honda outfit, Chun-Li's outfit. The easy answer is shirtless. Always we can go shirtless. All right, we're never too far away from that as a solution. But I think the right answer here is to give him the Zangief outfit, including the hairy chest. That's what I want. Which is basically shirtless. Same thing for Ken. Same thing for Ken because he's an Echo Fighter. Cloud. Cloud's alternates I like and hate at the same time. There's the two different Clouds. You got the Cloud from the games and the Cloud from like Advent Children, I think, with different outfits. But besides that, they're all just wearing black and gray. Dark colors. Boring. Lame. Pass. Give me something better. Easy answer here is Cloud when he dresses like a girl. I think that would be funny. And a great alternate to Sephiroth being shirtless is to have the Cloud when he is dressed as a girl to sneak into a party. That's my pick. Corrin, sorry, you're Fire Emblem character, so you just get banished. Bayonetta, I'm sure there's cool alternate costumes. She's got the new, like, in Bayonetta 3, you've got that, like, butterfly effect thing going on. That would be a cool alt. Inkling. Inkling already is pretty solid, but Octolinks. That's the alt. Like, throw in some Octolinks in here, right? Why not? Why didn't they do that? Ridley already has some really cool ones too. He's got the like half metal Ridley, full metal Ridley. Oh Man, I don't know what to do different for Ridley. I think he's pretty set. That's all I got for Ridley. Nothing for him. Simon, I don't really think there's much you can do with the character here. Always we could go shirtless, right? He's just with his nope. Then we're not gonna keep going with this train of thought. Simon, alternate costumes should just be more Belmonts, like Rick, like they have with Richter. Like just do more. I think that's a great easy opportunity. King K. Rool. He doesn't really have alternate costumes ever, does he? There's Pirate King K. Rool, but he puts that on as part of the attacks he does. I can't really think of a good alt for King K. Rool. How about a costume that makes him look like Wart? Since he's very similar. That's what I'll pick. Isabel. I think maybe just updating Isabel to be fuzzy like she is in the new game. She just looks kind of plasticky. But other than that, I don't really have any good like alt ideas. She could just wear different outfits. Oh, that would be fun. Like she does dress up for Halloween and for the different holidays. So she could just be dressed up for like with different holiday themes. Those are all costumes for Isabel, for sure. We're getting close to the end here. Incineroar, not much different you can do with Incineroar. I think he's got some really cool different color schemes. What's a shiny Incineroar look like? Yeah, they already have it. This is shiny Incineroar. So there you go. I was gonna say, like that's the easy answer is to put the shiny form in. He's got a cool shiny form. Too bad getting shiny starters is kind of the worst. All right, Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant, they've done a good job with, but let's get one that I guess like because they've got the classic Piranha Plant look. Yeah, let's get the PD Piranha in here on Piranha Plant. So you give him like the flowers around the head, and I mean, I like yeah, they like just make a PD Piranha. Joker. I think the answer here is that you give him more costumes from the Phantom Thieves. So you just give him his alt costumes are just the costumes of his teammates from the game. That's it. I haven't played this. I'm not familiar with it enough to know, but that seems like that would be cool. People would love that. Hero already is just alts. They did what I want every character to do and to just make the alts be different characters. Like this is the fan service people want. Oh, yeah, you just gave me the main character from my favorite game in the series. Boom. There's an alternate for each of them. That's the way to do it. Banjo Kazooie, I really have no idea what you would do here. Oh, you got the Gruntilda. How about Fat Banjo Kazooie from Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. I believe that's real. I believe that was a real game that was really made, and that was the design choice they decided to make. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Well, let's just move on. I'm just sad. Okay. Terry, I don't know enough about, but again, I think this is another answer of like make him have the costumes of people from his game series. Byleth is Fire Emblem, so we just skip. Min Min, yeah. All costumes are just different fighters from the game. This was the easy way to do, not easy. It was the harder way to do it from a game design perspective, but would have just been very cool. Spring Man, Ribbon Girl, Min Min, there, the Ninja one. There's a lot that are all roughly the same size and could have just done what the Hero one did, and I think would have been really cool. That would have been a better solution than to just have different colors of Min Min. Steve. Steve is actually very well done. You've got the Steve, Alex, tennis outfits for some reason, zombie, Enderman, which just changes his shape even. And then, I think that that's really cool. However, this is missing a Master Chief skin that's what was missing, and I was really I think that would be very cool, a Master Chief Minecraft skin, and that's how they tie in with the Microsoft. Boom, they got Chief in through Steve. You can play as Enderman and Zombie. That was such a funny addition. Enderman doesn't look like an Enderman, so it's like it just goes to show like, hey, we do what we want here. Sephiroth, this is just, hey, it's me and me shirtless. That's what he is. I don't know what else you would do for Sephiroth. But for Sephiroth and Cloud, you could do their Kingdom Hearts versions. Would be cool. Yeah, like, come on. How many shades of gray, black do we need? These aren't different enough color schemes to tell them apart. And this is where it gets confusing because you're like, oh, well, I don't. They probably couldn't do this because they're too similar of colors. Then they have characters like Sonic, Sephiroth, and Pac-Man, where they refuse to change the colors. And you know what? They're all third-party characters, which makes me feel like the third parties aren't working nicely and letting them just have creative freedom with how the characters look. Boo. Or that Nintendo is being very conservative and they don't want to tick anybody off, so they're like, we're going to make these as not questionable as possible. But yeah, Sephiroth's Kingdom Hearts outfit's pretty cool. That would be a cool one. Pyra and Mithra, they have alternate costumes in their games, right? I can't remember. Isn't there one where they're like there's like a hoodie? I'm Blade 2. Well, they have the swimsuit versions of the characters. Yeah, disguised Pyra, which is like it has like a hood with ears. That's a cool alt. That would be a cool alternate costume. And, you know, it also makes her a lot more modest, I think. Yeah. Let's see if does Mithra have the same? Mithra? Yeah, she also has the swimsuit. Besides that, doesn't look like there's really. Check out disguised. There is these like Mithra outfit on Pyra and Pyra outfit on Mithra, which that's cool, but would very much be confusing with how the characters work. This is a spoiler. What the heck? Okay. Oh wait, they did that. They already did that. They just that's confusing, but cool. Good alt. This alt's really cool too. What the heck? These are all really cool already. What if they made them look like characters from Xenoblade 3 and Xenoblade 1? They give some armor sets of those characters. That would be cool. But I think disguised Pyra Mithra with the like hoodie with the ears is the alt to go with. Kazuya, already shirtless, but also with a suit. I think Kazuya's just killing it already. Look at that. Look at it. So great. Sora. Sora has some very good alts, actually. You have the original, and then you have Kingdom Hearts 2 and Dream of Distance 3D, and the like classic cartoon Sora. But there's some very cool costumes you could do for Sora. And I think my favorite might be Tron. I think the Tron Sora is one of the coolest ones. He just has, I mean, Tron outfits are just cool in general. And they also have, and it's slightly different in the Dream Drop Distance one. So yeah, also Pirate Sora is a good one. There's a lot you could do, but I'm gonna say Tron Sora is my pick. And that's it. I've made it through the whole roster and given alts for almost every costume for characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But let me know in the comments and in replies and over on our Discord what you thought would be a cool alternate costume for your favorite characters on the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster. Thank you all so much for listening. This has been really fun. I can't believe I went a full 2 hours in a solo cast by myself. This is weird. But it is also thanks to the amazing chat we have here live. Thank you to everybody who tuned in for the live episode. Listen, if you want to support the show, you can do so by checking out patreon.com/NintendoPals, where for as little as $3 a month, you can get access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content, extra shows, and more. In addition to that, we have a Discord. You can follow us on social medias, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, those are all the places, all the things that you can find us on. Circling back, Patreon. One of the tier rewards, or one of the rewards for supporting us on Patreon, is you get to be a part of the shout out that happens at the end of every episode. Before you click away, person who is not part of the shout out, you haven't heard the shout out. It's the Pokemon Patreon rap. It's the Patreon Poke rap. We rap our credits. It's an absolute banger of a music piece. So you gotta stick around and listen to it at least once so that you can be a little bit jealous and then want to come join on Patreon. So here it is, the Patreon Poke rap. Let's go. We gotta rap some Patreon. You just do the same. Did I actually hit the button? Hold on. Okay, here we go. We gotta rap some Patreon.
You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part.
Let's get it on.
We want to be the best that ever was, and
Shout out our pals over on Patreon.
LPD, Rizzle, Retrologic Day, U-Dog Gamer, Slim Tor, Spanish, and Solo Something, Brian, Little Miss 7, and Cosmic.
Catch 'em, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon.
K9 Katina, Third Strongest One, Tim the Nintendo Daddle, and Seth Sturgill, Monkey Thunder, Purple Yoda, Dat Fast John, and Lava Plays 2.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
Yeah.
Gotta catch 'em all. Patreon. Let's get 150 or more. Yeah, please to be a Patreon. No, that is your destiny.
Thank you all so much for listening. We'll talk to you all next week. Bye-bye.